Okay, we're now at the end of our night, almost. We haven't actually cooled our CCD all the way from previously. But two things we're going to do here. One is to park the telescope. It is possible that CCD Autopilot has already parked it, but the other thing is we want to send it to the park position. So under shutdown, we come down to park. Don't hit set or don't hit clear, just the single park command. And this will send the telescope roughly to where we store it for the night. So I'm going to hit park, and it's going to start sending the telescope back to its park position. And while it's doing that, I'm going to come over here to the CCD, which is now down at temperature. It's at -30. It's running about 70%, so it's doing okay. But what I'm going to do now is I don't want to turn this off directly. I don't want to just turn the cooler off. The problem with doing that is that all the cooling, all the heat would then go into the camera. We don't want that. So what we're going to do here is this warm up button. We're going to hit warm up, and that is going to start bringing the temperature of the CCD up. And as we do that, we're going to wait for it to get to about 0 Celsius. And when it does, we'll hit the cooler off button, then we'll hit disconnect, and then the software can all be shut down and we're ready for the night. Ready to put it away, put the shed on and everything. If we come over to the left here, back over to the SkyX, you'll notice that it now says parked. So the telescope is now parked. It's just waiting to be put away. At this point, I can go ahead and disconnect the telescope, and I could just shut this software off. The telescope's fine. And we're just waiting for the CCD to warm up a little bit here, making sure we get close to 0. It is possible in older CCDs, if you dump the heat back in, you could actually crack the CCD. And since they're not overly cheap, it's a good idea if we are careful here. So we'll let this go ahead and warm up a little bit more. We're probably safe here, but we're going to let it go a little bit longer. Okay, not quite. Still not quite happy enough to take any chances here. Okay, as we warm up here, as I get to about -5, I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. So basically, you notice the cooling power has now gone to 0, so it's just slowly letting the chip heat back to ambient temperatures. And as we get down here, almost there. Okay, so now we can come up here to where it says coolers, and we're going to go ahead and go to off. And you'll notice that turns it off, and then we're going to disconnect the camera, and that'll take a second. And once it does, it shuts the software, and we are all shut down and can go out and finish it up.